Hey friends, welcome back to Ball Homestead. Today we're going to make some good old vegetable soup and cornbread. You can't go wrong with good veggie soup. So we're going to get going on that, and I'm going to show you how I got my meat super cheap. I've already got it over here cooking, but while I was in Food Smart the other day, they were marking down their hamburger meat, the pick fives. So I got a whole bunch of these for $1.99 a pound. They're like a pound and a quarter or something like that, but they were $1.78 a pound. And I got a ton of these because you can't go wrong with that. And I can mix that with deer and make it go further. So I was super happy about that. We're going to get going making our cornbread first while our meat is cooking for our soup. It's just a pound of ground beef. Friends, when I make cornbread, I don't really have a rhyme or reason behind it. I just kind of measure with my heart. So I'm probably going to put about a cup and a half of cornmeal in our bowl here. And I picked up some flour on our shopping trip the other day, and you always want to use self-rising flour for your cornbread, or you want to add the baking soda and baking powder. And I kind of just eyeball that also, and I put about the same amount of flour in there. Next, we're going to add a farm fresh egg here, and I just gathered these. Our girls have been molting, so we have not been getting as many eggs. Also, for our week, I picked up 2 pounds of sugar here. I wanted to do this right, and we're going to put probably, maybe a half of a cup of sugar. We like a sweet cornbread. And then we are going to stir our meat real quick. It's getting a little crazy over here. Get that stirred up. Okay. We need a little oil. We're going to just eyeball that also. Pour a little bit of that in there. And then some milk. And we're going to get a cast iron skillet out. And we are going to cook our cornbread in this cast iron skillet. I love cooking with cast iron, friends. I love it. I don't think I could ever. There was a time when Wayne had his red blood cells were too high, that the doctor forbid me to use cast iron, and it was hard because I love it so much, but I love my husband too, so it wasn't that hard. Anyways, I'm going to check this milk here. Still smells good. We're going to use a little bit of that. We're going to get to stirring this cornbread. I don't use really any recipe. It's just how I've made cornbread my whole life, and you know, there's many different, we need a little more milk. I just kind of go by the feel of it. Soup and cornbread is a staple around here in the wintertime. We love soup and cornbread. Now we're just going to get our oil, make sure we're covering our pan, and we're going to dump that in. And there's a lot of times that I'll add other stuff to this, like jalapenos and cheese and carrot or corn, and make a Mexican style cornbread. But today we're not going to do that. But we're going to get this in a 350 oven and let that cook while we are making our soup. Get this milk put back and our oil up. This high dollar oil here, that one really surprised me, guys. All right, we're going to get back over here to our soup making. Our meat is almost ready to drain. Nothing beats a good old cheap veggie soup. And when I make vegetable soup, I usually use my home canned tomatoes, but for video purposes and to show you that you can do this without spending a fortune, I bought everything at the store for this soup. I would use all my stuff that I've canned for it if I wasn't doing this for video purposes, because everybody doesn't have a garden and everybody doesn't live the life that we live. So I want to show a video how everyone can make this simple soup. I'm going to put my my flour, my cornmeal, and all that up real quick. And I'm going to grab what we need for the rest of this soup. Just going to stick my stuff that I'm using this week up here so I have it separate, because I want to show you what we have left at the end of the week also. That's another thing, because those items can carry over to the next week of food. All right, what I get, let me look on the receipt. I think it's $1.50. It used to be like 99 cents. I get this big can of tomato juice. You get it on the juice aisle. It is, let's see here. Oh, where is it? Oh, $1.95. It used to be like 95 cents. So it's doubled in price, which we know that all groceries have. But this is still not an expensive meal. Okay. I'm going to get this drained and we'll be right back. All right. We got our meat all drained and we're going to add this tomato juice. This whole can. It is a 46-ounce can here. We're going to add that. Now we're going to get our vegetables. I bought these on sale. They were $1.14 a bag, I believe. Yes, $1.14. I got 2 bags of them. They're mixed vegetables. Nothing fancy. They've got corn. Looks like some lima beans. Some carrots. Some green beans. All that goodness in there. We're going to dump both of these bags in this pot. We're going to give it a stir. We're going to salt and pepper it. And then we're going to let it cook. This was a staple, and it still is through the winter time, but we use our home canned stuff. We make soup all the time in the winter, but this is how you can make it, buying your stuff at the store. And so far we've got $2 in the ground beef, $2 in the tomato juice, and $2.30 in the vegetables. So that's $6.30. We probably have $1 in our cornbread. So this meal is going to be our most expensive meal yet at $7.30, I think we were up to. 2, 4, yeah, 6, $7.30. $7.30 for our vegetable soup meal. That's still not bad, friends. And this will feed more than 5, and you can have leftovers for your lunch the next day, which is also a win-win. My husband takes his breakfast and his lunch every single day. He never eats out. He always takes leftovers, and I cook his breakfast, or I bring leftovers in for him. That's just how it is. In this economy, we cannot afford to be eating out. When we go to Sonic on a Saturday sometimes and get us a toaster or a burger after picking feet up, it is $25 for me and him to eat. It blows my mind. I think, oh my goodness, we could have eaten at home for $5-6. I just hate spending that money. So we don't do it very often. Anyways, we're going to let this soup cook. We're going to get our cornbread done, and I will show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, we're going to give this soup a taste and see if it needs any more seasoning. That's so good. Nothing better than veggie soup. I'm going to put a little garlic powder in it. I think we're good on the salt and pepper. And we're just going to let that cook. All right, friends, we just pulled our beautiful, smushy pan of cornbread out. It's so soft. I can't wait to dig into that. And here is our yummy vegetable beef soup. And this didn't cost much at all. I think we figured it up in about $7.50 was our total cost. Thank you for stopping back by our homestead. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, friends, goodbye.